Hey, I just want to thank everybody for their positive texts and emails. And it's been 5 weeks now. I'm back in the studio. I'm great. I feel good to go. If you don't know me, my name is Chris Ownbey. I'm a 55-year-old trainer, been training over 30 years. And I want to kind of give you a story on how fitness and how being in shape at 55 and how that's helped me in my recovery. So I had something called ACDF surgery back in 2020. I fell off of a fence and I severed a little bit of my spine. Now, all the other surgeons that I've been to, the neurosurgeons, they're basically saying, because what happened is I lost the feeling in my legs. I was cramping. I started having atrophy. I had back problems. And I did have a back surgery back in 2020, but there was no relief. I had 6 injections, no relief. Went to 6 different specialists, and everybody kept sending me to other people. And finally, I met a brain spinal surgeon who said, Chris, it's in your neck. So we go in, he shows me where it is, and we do something called ACDF, where they go into the front, anterior cervical fusion, and they pretty much fused 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so all of them, and they're up like this before, and now they're up like that, so the nerve endings are able to come out. Now, the whole point of me having this surgery was because I was getting to the point where I couldn't walk to the car, couldn't play with my son, couldn't go fishing, had to give up golf, and I really wasn't expecting anything. I asked him, hey, well, after the surgery, are we going to be able to hop, skip, run, jump, throw, catch, bound, play golf, and do all that? He said, no. He said, this surgery is just so it will not progress, and you will be not be in a wheelchair in 2 years. And I was like, okay, well, I'm 55. I definitely don't want to be in a wheelchair at 57, so yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So he showed me that it wasn't the back and it wasn't the neck, but it was basically on the spine. And so when we went in, we came out 2 days later. I will tell you a funny story. So whenever I was under and I came out, normally whenever you have your neck just had operated on, you're not able to get up for a couple of days to lift your head up. And it was kind of odd, but I was able to lift myself up. I guess it was because my core was so strong, but I could feel it from the core. But I was able to get up. I was able to go to the head, go to the restroom, do all my stuff like I've been there for 2 or 3 days. Threw the pain medication away in 2 days. I was actually home and had surgery that afternoon, and I was back at home the next day. Surgery, I had no problems. I threw away the pain medicine. I was able to get up, and from the very first day, and I really believe it's just because I was in such good shape leading into the surgery, that's why the recovery has gone so well. Other than losing 20 pounds in 4 weeks, because you have to go on a liquid diet. Plus, my voice is still swollen. It's still hoarse. It'll come back soon. I'm good with that. But, going from 178 to 152, it was a shocker to me. But I'll probably stick around 165. 55 years old, 165, I'm good to go with that as well. But the key point on what I want to make is I wasn't expecting anything from the surgery. And these guys, it's called the Spinal Institute. It's Dr. Neil Shah and also Dr. Patel. And 2 days later, I had feeling in my hands, which I hadn't felt in over 15 years. I had feeling in my feet, which hadn't felt that before. And the right leg stopped burning, and I stopped cramping. What that did for me was it took me off 3 of the medications that I was basically being placed on by other doctors. Basically, as we know in the West civilization, they want to cut it or dull it, and they were basically just giving me a lot of baclofen, gabapentin, pregabalin, and those medications, the side effects was, number 1, fatigue, number 2, tired, number 3, because they're nerve blockers, they're also short-term memory loss. So for the last 5 years, I've been fighting fatigue and tiredness and short-term memory loss. Now, I'm happy to say that my fatigue, I threw away all the medication. No cramping, no burning, no spinal stenosis. So basically I have my memory back. I have no fatigue and no tiredness. And I really want to truly believe that it was because of the fact that I was at 55 in very good shape. So guys, if you're looking, and if you're 40, 50, 60, and you're looking to get back in shape, and if you're basically, you got a little Dunlap disease, or if you feel tired, because you're going to go through something and you're going to lose muscle mass. You're going to go through something called sarcopenia. You're going to lose muscle mass. Your testosterone is going to change. All your hormone levels are going to change. You're going to change on the inside. So it's actually more important for you to be working out at 40, 50, 60, 70 than it was at 20. And I wrote a little book the other day. It's called Jump Off, or a post. It's called Jump Off a Cliff. And what that means is, we can't deny that we're going to age, but you can stop. There's aging and there's decaying. And so I wrote a little blog the other day that talked about how most of the people go 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Well, my objective is to go 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and just jump off the cliff. So how do I do that? Is my workouts, I've had to change my workouts. Now that I'm 55, then when I was younger, I trained my whole body in 20 minutes. I had to change my nutrition. People talk about how you need more protein as you get older. They're missing one step. As we get older, our digestive system actually changes a little bit. So it's not the protein that we need more of, it's the amino acids that we need more of. So I can teach you about that. Your carbohydrates, if you're borderline diabetic or pre-diabetic or D2, I had to jump and change my carbohydrates. I've never had to worry about carbohydrate intake. So I went, when I was around 52, went to about 100 grams a day. Then I went to 75 a day because I was getting pretty close. My A1Cs were getting a little elevated. So now I take in about 75 grams a day and I feel great. My protein's up about 0.5 grams per my goal weight, but I take in also amino acid capsules because amino acids build on blocks of protein, which is muscle. And I do take in more fat. But the key is the way I train. I train my entire body. A lot of guys, they say, Chris, I want to get back into working out. I just don't know how to get back into working out. I don't want to hurt myself. I'm not about vanity anymore. I need the longevity. So I can definitely show you that, because my world nowadays is I don't go to a big box gym. I don't train with dumbbells. I train with bands. I train in my little studio. I train my full entire body. I need more recovery time. And you want to do stuff where you don't leave the ground, which is bad on your hips and knees and joints. So you need to be safe about it. So yes, we need to work out. We need to add resistance training, but we need to do it in a safe and effective manner. The main point of this, I started off, I just want to thank everyone for your team texts, your emails, all your prayers, all your wishes. We'll let you know I'm back here. I'm good to go. Give me a call. Talk to you soon.